NMMA format. As you know, NMMA has uniform format for antiquity documentation and build heritage and site documentation. So in this session, we will discuss how we will document antiquity in NMMA format. So first of all, we can see in the slide, this is the NMMA format for antiquity documentation. There is a 21 parameters for antiquity documentation. The first is name of the museum or institution. Second is title or name of the object. Third, type of the object. Fourth, date and period. Fifth, dynasty and style. Sixth, provenance. Seventh, material. Eighth, measurement. Ninth, description. 10th, identification marks. 11th, condition. 12, photographs. 13th, location at the museum or institution. Then state or union territory. 15, accession number or registration number. 16, source of acquisition. 17, national documentation number. 18, published reference. 19, remarks. 20, date of recording. And then final 21, recorded by. We will see this format in one by one. So first parameter is name of the museum or institution. Which organization is doing documentation, that organization name should be written in this column. For example, if Chennai Circle is
separate a copy of the form.
Yes. After this session,
so that it will be easy for others to follow.
So after this session, we will circulate
after this session, this
So
practical
now it's only for
practical session will be there, and in this format we will document practically the antiquity. We will give the one age staple antiquity and that sample format. Then practically all the participants will document the antiquity in this particular format of NMMA. So just we will discuss theoretically in this session, then after practical session. So first parameters is name of the museum or institution. Which museum or institution doing this antiquity documentation? That institution name will be in this column. For example, Chennai Circle or Amravati Circle or Fort Museum or any institution or museum doing documentation, that museum name will be in that column. Then second parameter is title or name of the object. If a particular antiquity, if bead, so title will be bead. If any coin, title will be coin. If any Shiva, Vishnu or Buddha and Mahavira structure, so title will be Shiva, Vishnu, Buddha or Mahavira. This is depend on the object. The exact title we want to return in this column, that is title of the object or name of the object. So it very simple format. It is very basic information about antiquity we will provide in NMMA format. That uniform format in all over India, NMMA following this format. So third parameter is the type of object is depend on the object. If any bead we are documenting, so type will be ornament. If any index or any stone tools we are documenting, type will be tool. Is depending on the object, which object we are documenting in particular format. If any coin we will documenting, the type will be currency. So in NMMA website or NMMA portal, there are certain drop downs also there. It will help for documentation. All important or basic type are given in drop down list. Then next parameter is date and period. In that parameter, two column is there. First is date and next is period. If you know exact date of the antiquity, for example any carbon dating or inscriptional dating, so we will mention in the date column. But if we don't know about exact date or absolute date of particular antiquity, so we will mention in the period column. Period is the approximate period or cultural period of the antiquity of any 10 to 12th century CE or 6th century BC to 4th century BC. That cultural period we can mention in this column. In their drop down list also there, it will help for select the period in particular parameter. So next parameter is dynasty and style. It is the dynastical affiliation with the antiquity. If particular antiquity belong to Mauryan period or Gupta period or Chola dynasty, so we will discuss. But in some of cases we will see in particular documentation, so many persons when they was documenting, they select as a Harappan. So Harappan we not get any dynasty there, so we can't fill in dynasty column Harappan. So a particular dynasty affiliation with the antiquity or stylistic affiliation with the antiquity, that particular dynasty we can select and we can fill in the particular column. There are also drop down lists also there. We can get help from that drop down list. So then next important point is provenance. So provenance is find spot of the object. What is find spot of the object? That is where we get the antiquity. For example, any excavated site we get antiquity, any explored site we get antiquity, or surface finding we get antiquity. That exact particular excavated site, explored site name will be there. So in first we write excavated site name. If any object found from Killary or any excavated site, so first we write name of the site Killary, then district, then after state. In that sequence we can write in this, because so many people written in that provenance column only site name. So website open for all, so some of people don't know where is that excavated site. That's why we want to write excavated site name or explore site name, then after it district, then after it state. Then material column is there. So exact material of that antiquity we can write here. So any Carnelian bead or agate bead or terracotta bead we found. So in material column we can write terracotta, carnelian or agate. So depend on the antiquity, what exact material having that antiquity. So if any antiquity having two material, like iron knife, so if iron is there and is handle is in wood, so first material column we can write iron, and then sub material column also there, and sub material column we can write wood. So both material we can mention in that particular parameter. Then so important point is measurement. Very basic information of measurement is there. The length, width, height, thickness and diameter. And weight is also compulsory, but if weight is not possible to write in that weight column, so we will mention in the remarks why we are not mentioning weight in the particular parameter. That if it's heavy weight or if it's in display in the museum, or we can write that reason why you are not written in the weight in particular that template. If it is standing portion, we can write width, height and thickness. If any reclined position structure is there, then we can write length, breadth, and if life size image is there, measurement should be in meter. If all the parameters they are in centimeter, but if any big structure or life size image is there, then we can write in measurement in meter. So we will mention after that measurement 1 m or 1 meter. Then is loose architecture member measurement, we will take height, breadth and width of that particular object. Then in bead measurement should be depend on the shape and size of the object. In different size and shape bead we will get from excavated site, explorer site. So it will depend on the shape and size. Some bead it will diameter we can get, some it will depend on the shape and size of bead. Then bangle also we write diameter and thickness. This angle diameter and thickness we can write in when we document the bangle. Then after, if we coin document means weight is compulsory, so we should write weight and that particular column and that coin diameter. If square coin is there, so depend on the coin also, but weight is compulsory for the documentation of coins. In description column we can write physical feature of that object, then nature of that antiquity and detailed description. If any inscription is there, so we can write what inscription is there, which Brahmi or Persian or any Kharoshti inscription is there. So we can mention also that inscription, also that in description. Then after manufacturing technique we can mention in description all the features, size, shape, color, all the combination of this parameter or this point we can use for writing the description of the object. Then identification mask, it is very important parameters. Identification mask, any special features of that having that antiquity, any mark or any cut mark or any special feature having of that antiquity, that should be right in the identification marks. Then condition of this of the object. Condition means it is broken or weathered or damaged or corroded. It is given drop down list also in website, so it can help to write that particular condition. It is good, fair, partially broken or everything in given the particular drop down. Then very important part is photographs. So many mistakes when we are checking the documentation of antiquity, that most of the mistakes doing in the photographs. So it is need the proper archaeological photographs of that antiquity in different angle. It depend on antiquity also, but each and every angle is need. Then proper archaeological scale also needed. Then it background should be proper. Any red object is there, so red background we will use means antiquity will not show very good in manner. So depend on the antiquity background also we will shoot in proper manner. Then it will be 300 dpi in keep format, and then below 1.5 MB. It will limit in website for uploading the photographs. It should be the 1.5 MB. Below the 1.5 MB, it is the maximum limit of the upload photograph in website in 1.5 MB. So it will be 1 MB or less than 1 MB, 900 KB or 800 KB. It will be allowed. Then it photographs angle also is good, is proper angle we will take the photographs. Then next parameter is location in the museum. So in provenance column we write excavated site name, but in location at the museum, presently which location or which institution or which museum that antiquity is stored, that place name should be right in the location of the museum. If any museum in display or reserve collection or any sculptural set antiquity kept, so that should be right in the location at the museum or institution. Then which state that museum or institution is coming. If Chennai circle we are writing, so this state will be Tamil Nadu. Then accession number or registration number. That accession number, if some of cases the antiquity don't have accession number, so you should write the registration number of particular antiquity. This column is compulsory for that all the documentation we are doing. So it is most important thing. Then source of acquisition. How we acquire this antiquity. If we got from exploration, if you got from exploration, or you purchase or donate, or we take on loan or gift or exchange, so that should be right in that particular parameter, source of acquisition. So, and from where this antiquity we get. If any excavated site we get from this antiquity, then where from acquired column we should write site name, that particular excavated site name or explored site name. Then published reference, if any published reference is there, if it is published in IAR or excavation report and any books or any article, so that article IAR or excavation report name should be right here. Then remarks column, it is important column for anything in above we mention, anything important about that we did not mention in this particular given format, so we can mention that thing in this. For example, before I telling weight is compulsory, weight is any reason we cannot take the weight of antiquity, then after we can write the reason here. Or we don't have accession number, so that's reason also we can not we can write in the remarks column. Anything about antiquity is important, that can be right in the particular remarks column. Then date of the recording, it is present date of antiquity, which date we are documenting. If any antiquity we documenting today, so date of recording will be today, is 30th October 2023. Which date we are documenting this antiquity, that date should be come here. Before we tell date and period column, that will be antiquity document date or absolute date or antiquity period. That, but here we present day, that antiquity is documenting, that present day should be mentioned in date of recording column. Then after recorded by, who is recording that antiquity, that name, that designation, then where is the organization name, where is his working, his address, and then after that 3 more column will come there, verifier. So verifier, who will verify that antiquity, his name, his designation, his organization name and email ID, that should be in online mode. So recorded by column in 6th parameter is there. So first, who is recording and who is verifying particular antiquity. That is sample. We can document like that antiquity, everything you can mention. Different angle photograph in proper archaeological scale we will upload. Then some object should not be regarded or should not be documented in NMMA format. That is, some we will get in excavated site, some artifact and ecofact. And ecofact is not, it will not documented in NMMA. So it is maybe mollusk cell, then columella, antler, bone, simple bone. If any bone antiquity is there, it will be documented. But if any simple bone will found in excavation, it will be not documented in NMMA format. Then flake, simple flakes, then slag and coarse, then simple lid, knob, pottery, simple pottery, potsherd, base, that that is basic information of antiquity documentation in NMMA format. So it will come name of the institution, title of the object, type of the object, date, period, dynasty, style, measurement, province, description, photographs, accession number, where we acquired this antiquity, and remarks, date of recording, and then after recorded by who is recording the antiquity. This is the format of an NMMA documentation of an antiquity. And after this session, we will practically give that printout of before the presentation. They asking to give the printout. We will give the printout of that antiquity format. In that format, we will document in this manner that antiquity. Okay, thank you.